The process successfully transforms the subject into an adaptive god-eater with grade A aptitude, though at the cost of their humanity. After waking from what seemed like a bad dream, there's discussion about the harsh realities of fighting in ash-thick areas. The work is dangerous and takes a toll on the body. Without access to bias factor, god-eaters face either death or becoming monster food. Despite these grim prospects, there's a determined vow to keep fighting and moving forward. A chaotic battle scene unfolds with impaired visibility and crossed communication lines. Arigami threats emerge while some team members desperately call for help. Two units, Hound 1 and Hound 2, are released with restricted operation areas to handle the situation. The mission concludes successfully with everyone returning safely. There's talk about finding a place where god-eaters can live freely without control from others. The conversation shifts to team dynamics, with playful banter between Hugo, who follows rules strictly, and Zeke, who has a more casual approach to missions. Concerning news spreads about a nearby port being swallowed by ash. While such events aren't uncommon, the threat of ash storms looms large. These devastating phenomena leave few survival options besides hoping to ride them out, though even that rarely works. An ash storm heads toward the port, creating urgency to evacuate. A caravan contacts all god-eaters, requesting help to clear Arigami from their path. They promise payment and emphasize the need to save children at the port. The rescue operation reveals imprisoned ages and children at the port. The port's management had abandoned them, fleeing in ships. The survivors are taken aboard the ash crawler Chrysanthemum, owned by Hilda Enriquez. Hugo becomes the port's representative under Ashland navigation law. A deal is struck with Hilda. The group will serve as frontrunners, keeping routes clear in exchange for 50% of Pioneer royalties. They gain limited access to explore the crawler while maintaining some boundaries. Amy Chrysanthemum introduces herself as the vessel's operator and explains the mission counter system, where tasks for clearing their course are posted. This establishes the new operational framework for the rescued group aboard the Chrysanthemum. A concerning situation arises when it becomes apparent that the caravan needs a navigator with high resonance capability to operate their resonance radar system. This vital equipment tracks ash levels and Aragami threats within the Ashlands, serving as essential eyes and ears for safe travel. The previous navigator was injured in an ash storm, leaving them without this critical function. The team discovers someone with extraordinary resonance abilities who can detect threats at an unprecedented range of over 100 miles. This remarkable capability solves their navigation problem and opens the possibility for negotiating better compensation terms with their employer Hilda. The Chrysanthemum prepares for departure with all systems checking out green. The ash bulkheads are sealed, the Oracle sensor system is operational, and the bias field barrier is activated. The crew shows high spirits and determination as they embark on their adventure. A tense encounter occurs with Claire Victorious from Gleipnir's 6th Engineering Battalion. Despite initial friction, Claire and Hugo manage to establish a tentative professional relationship, though Claire maintains strict professional boundaries. The narrative shifts to discussing future plans and aspirations. The goal is to establish an independent port where people can pursue their dreams and help each other. While this might seem idealistic now, there's determination to make it reality through collective effort. An intense combat situation develops involving an experienced Age fighter. The battle showcases impressive combat abilities and introduces an acceleration trigger technology, leading to an unexpected confrontation. The crew decides to invite Lulu to join their team, recognizing her combat skills and understanding her situation as someone without a home. The decision represents their values of giving second chances and building their community. The focus turns to analyzing Lulu's acceleration trigger technology. This device enhances Godark users' capabilities by tapping into Oracle cell energy, though it carries risks if improperly calibrated. The team works on implementing safer versions of this technology. The group encounters an Ash-Aragami, a dangerous new breed of monster that appeared with the Ashlands. These creatures are particularly lethal, capable of killing god-eaters with just a scratch, and possess unique devouring abilities that differ from regular Arigami. A discussion about Ash-Aragami reveals their dangerous capabilities. These creatures can amplify their oracle cells and enter burst states similar to god-eaters. Their lethal and inescapable nature makes them extremely dangerous, leaving prayer as the only option to avoid engagement. An unknown Ash-Aragami is detected 6 miles away. Despite attempts to retreat, it quickly catches up and damages the cargo containers. The situation becomes dire as the Arigami breaches a container containing what appears to be a human. After a 3-day unconscious period, a mysterious passenger awakens. It is revealed that Gleipnir was secretly transporting human cargo. The passenger exhibited extraordinary healing abilities during the Arigami attack, suggesting they possess powers beyond normal human capabilities. The mysterious passenger is revealed to be humanity's hope against the Ashlands. Claire explains that the container contents were meant to carry humanity into the future. Despite initial assumptions about it being a new god arc, the mission remains to safely deliver the cargo to HQ. The group decides to name the mysterious passenger Femi. The name is warmly received by everyone, including Femi herself, marking a shift from referring to her simply as the girl or cargo. Femi demonstrates remarkable healing abilities, particularly in preventing corruption caused by devouring. The group faces another emergency as more Ash-Aragami approach, seemingly attracted to their location. Discussion reveals Femm is actually a humanoid Arigami who evolved to take human form. While such cases were previously only found post-mortem, Femm represents the first living specimen. The crew agrees to treat her as a normal member despite her unique nature. The group approaches Port Chrysanthemum. Contract discussions emerge regarding ownership rights and future arrangements. Despite the destruction of Port Pennyworth, the original contracts remain valid, with Gleipnir mediating future deliveries. Upon arriving at Hilda's port, the group discovers a thriving community with gardens and children. The port stands as a testament to successful independent operation, featuring strawberry plants and a welcoming atmosphere. Hugo and others discuss plans for gaining freedom through leveraging their unique abilities. They recognize the importance of working within existing rules and contracts while seeking independence. Negotiations begin regarding contracts and fees. The group offers valuable information about cleared routes and Ash-Aragami analysis as potential payment. They demonstrate serious commitment to working for their future. A tense negotiation takes place where Hilda agrees to act as a patron and client, offering to protect non-fighting children in her orphanage as collateral. The deal establishes a formal contract for the delivery of Femi, with survival being a key requirement. Someone reflects on their unexpected new role working in the field due to the contract. Though feeling less capable compared to the younger crew members, they commit to giving their all despite having to face dangerous origami creatures. A strange girl is spotted carrying a god arc without proper protection in the ash. Someone offers to help transport her back to her vessel, expressing concern for young people as representatives of the future. Discussion about an upcoming conference at Gleipnir HQ regarding the Fenrir HQ Reclamation Initiative. This presents an opportunity to market skills and gather information about Ashborn, with many caravans expected to attend. The group grapples with the impending completion of their mission to deliver Femm to Gleipnir ports. There is emotional tension around having to say goodbye, with hints that the crew views Femm as more than just cargo. Femm organizes a surprise celebration with handmade gifts, including drawings of the crew members. The happy moment becomes bittersweet as the reality of mission completion and separation looms. A confrontation erupts when authorities attempt to take Femme away, treating her roughly and referring to her as cargo and an origami that needs restraining. This causes tension with the crew, who have formed a bond with her. The crew hatches a bold rescue plan to retrieve Femme. They intend to use Ash-Aragami as a diversion, knowing these creatures are drawn to her. The plan involves attacking a transport while pretending to help defend it. The rescue operation begins with Hugo providing a signal. A chase ensues involving Ash-Aragami pursuing an unidentified trailer, creating the planned diversion. The team successfully locates Fee, but encounters an Ashborn threat. Claire arrives to assist in the rescue, leading to an intense confrontation with the creature. The mission concludes successfully with everyone surviving, including those on the transport. The group ironically becomes viewed as heroes for saving the transport from the Ash-Aragami threat they orchestrated. An intense conversation takes place about an important decision Claire has made. Though there is some concern expressed, Claire firmly stands by her choice. The situation seems tense but determined. Shortly after reconnecting with Femm, news arrives from Gleipnir, likely concerning her situation. A serious dispute erupts over cargo handling during transport. While the protection from Ash-Aragami was praised, there were major contract violations regarding the cargo manifest and specimen handling. Gleipnir threatens legal action against Chrysanthemum and severe punishment for those responsible. A crisis emerges when a massive Ash-Aragami breaks through defenses. Initially, the team is reluctant to fight given their pending punishment. However, a deal is struck. If they can defeat the seemingly impossible threat, their sentence may be reconsidered. They accept this dangerous challenge. The team achieves the incredible feat of defeating the large Ash-Aragami. This victory catches the attention of Governor General Gadolin, who recognizes their unique capabilities. He offers to drop the charges, but requests that Femm be entrusted to their care, noting her unusual connection to Ash-Aragami. Plans for a major operation are revealed, the Fenrir HQ Reclamation Initiative. The team agrees to participate in this significant mission. There is discussion of gratitude and future coordination regarding operational details. The scene shifts to a business deal with Port Dusty Miller owner Ein. The team successfully negotiates a massive $2 billion payment for their collected intel on Ashlands. Despite excitement about the windfall, they decide to save it for future needs rather than immediate spending. At a grand assembly, the dire state of humanity is addressed. Resources are depleting and the Ashlands are expanding. The Fenrir HQ Reclamation Initiative is officially announced, aiming to recover Odin, a powerful weapon against Arigami hidden in an underground factory. The assembly concludes with the team being introduced as heroes who accomplished the impossible by defeating an Ash-Aragami. They are designated to lead this crucial mission, though participation remains voluntary for others. Their reputation has clearly grown, marking them as key players in this ambitious operation. During a mission briefing, instructions were given that official guidelines would be distributed later. The reclamation mission was discussed as being crucial, marking a shift from imprisonment to being key players in humanity's battle. The conversation highlighted how this presented an opportunity to demonstrate capability and worth, with emphasis on moving forward proactively. A discussion about financial arrangements took place, involving a 30% cut of route royalties. The conversation then shifted to an unusual mission request from Dr. Inukai of Gleipnir to investigate the Crimson Queen reservoirs. This special order came directly from the Governor General, involving the hunt for a suspected spy working for the Crimson Queen. An unexpected ash storm appeared, causing concern. Dr. Inukai made radio contact, revealing himself as a traitor working with the Crimson Queen. He demanded the handover of a humanoid origami, threatening to unleash ash storms if refused. The situation escalated as Inukai disclosed his ability to control ash storms and his plan to sell to the Crimson Queen. Dr. Inukai was caught and arrested for his betrayal. It was revealed that this was all part of a planned operation to expose him as a traitor. The Governor General personally oversaw the arrest, despite Inukai's protests about his value to Gleipnir's technological advancement. Hilda's past connection to Werner, the Crimson Queen's leader, was revealed. They were former lab colleagues, and Werner turned out to be the Governor General's son. Werner formed the Crimson Queen in opposition to Gleipnir's sacrificial policies, particularly regarding ages. The story highlighted the complex relationships and ideological conflicts within their world. Major caravans gathered for a significant operation, including the Dusty Miller and its renowned owner Ain. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation as various powerful figures and groups assembled for this important mission. The Governor General announced the beginning of the Fenrir HQ Reclamation Initiative. The operation was structured in 3 phases: securing routes across the Ashlands, establishing supply lines, and finally reaching Fenrir HQ. Caravan Chrysanthemum was assigned the challenging north-south route, with support from Caravan Baron and the Dusty Miller handling transportation. The final phase of an important mission is announced, where Gleipnir elites will coordinate with all forces to achieve victory. Everyone is instructed to return to their caravans and begin preparations, with prayers for success shared among the group. A tense confrontation occurs regarding acceleration trigger information. There are hints of potential conflict between parties, with threats made about vessel safety and challenges to authority. The interaction ends with an ominous promise of future meetings. The team discovers the depths are more dangerous than expected, with resonance radar analysis impossible due to intentional jamming by the Crimson Queen. This explains why information is hard to find in the area. A connection between Baron and the Crimson Queen is revealed. A threatening ultimatum is made: trade the Humanoid Origami for safe passage through the depths, or face destruction by ash storm. The dark truth about ash storms is exposed, revealing how ages are turned into weapons using special chips provided by Baron technology. Lulu goes missing, and a confrontation ensues over the Humanoid Origami. An intense battle breaks out, showing Lulu's impressive combat skills. The situation escalates when ash storm generators are deployed, but unexpected allies arrive to help take control. The aftermath reveals the Baron captain was arrested under Ashland navigation law and handed over to Gleipnir. Information about beacons is exposed, leading to Baron's withdrawal from the operation. The team prepares to continue their journey to Fenrir HQ alone. The team encounters the Crimson Queen and meets Werner Gadolin, their leader. Werner explains their vision of creating a nation for ages free from discrimination, using special bias factors to survive in the ash. Despite their peaceful claims, the team declines their invitation to join. The team faces an unusual Arigami encounter while pushing forward. Despite the challenge, they remain united in their determination to reach their goal together, seeing their future ahead of them. Finally, the team reaches Fenrir HQ successfully. The underground factory is confirmed intact, marking their mission as complete. Everyone celebrates this major achievement, ready to take on new challenges that await them in their future endeavors. After an intense battle, the team heads back home despite being completely exhausted. There is playful banter about avoiding getting eaten by Ash-Aragami. The mood is celebratory as congratulatory messages pour in from various caravans, finally recognizing their capabilities and marking the beginning of their newfound freedom. The Fenrir HQ Reclamation Mission ends successfully with celebrations lasting until morning. Gleipnir transforms the HQ into their new base, declaring humanity's rebirth. Hilda Enriquez claims her reward and returns to port, while the caravan ages use their share to forge new paths. A month passes, with everyone enjoying their new freedom. Life settles into a new routine. Research work on Ash-Aragami continues, though dangerous, leading to exploration of alternative revenue sources. The Fenrir HQ revival project faces resource challenges. Claire transitions to desk work, though some feel this is an unfair demotion given her contributions to reclaiming HQ. A shocking announcement reveals that Odin's technology, humanity's ultimate weapon against the Ashlands, requires ages as catalysts, essentially sacrificing them. The plan targets approximately 1,000 registered age-compatible people, presenting it as a necessary sacrifice for humanity's survival while effectively marking non-compliant ages as enemies. Port Chrysanthemum gets surrounded by Gleipnir forces in a well-planned blockade. In response, Hilda makes a bold announcement refusing to hand over any ages, planning to break through the perimeter despite risks of sanctions and isolation. She emphasizes that regardless of abilities, everyone at the port is family. Claire decides to join the group, choosing a future with her chosen family. The Chrysanthemum prepares for departure with all systems checked and ready. Hilda pledges her commitment to everyone's decision as they embark on what promises to be a challenging journey. The crew expresses surprise at the port's unified support. Claire handles logistics, sending false intelligence to protect the port and informing Inesport through secret channels. Ricardo supports Hilda's leadership as they prepare for their journey. The group plans their route to Inesport through dangerous mountain passages, despite the presence of an Age-Eater, a dangerous Ashborn known for hunting ages. Despite the risks and their reputation as a ship of fools, they decide to press forward together, showing their determination to face whatever challenges lie ahead. The situation is deteriorating as armed revolts by ages break out in ports everywhere, with many joining the Crimson Queen after unfair treatment. Ages are even conducting suicide attacks using Baron's technology that causes ash storms. This tech spread through black markets, with some speculating Baron leaked it deliberately. Evidence of concerning experiments was discovered, including discarded age armlets and machine parts, along with giant footprints possibly belonging to Odin. The scene provoked emotional reactions about the fate of ages and their loved ones. Deep questions arise about the identity and purpose of ages, who face forced upgrades, dangerous work, and expectations of sacrifice. Initial hopes for peaceful integration between ages and regular humans have been dashed, leaving uncertainty about the future path forward. A combat situation unfolds involving an Ashborn and an unidentified Arigami, revealed to be an Age-Eater. Despite past divisions, there is recognition that the old distinctions between friends and enemies no longer apply in this crisis. The chaos continues to escalate beyond what individual caravans or ports can handle. A plan emerges to contact the Crimson Queen to negotiate using their adaptive ash resistance technology as leverage with Gleipnir to delay age conscription. Werner Gatland broadcasts as leader of the Crimson Queen, calling on ages to resist tyranny and join their cause. He positions the Ashlands as a cradle for a new breed of humanity and warns Gleipnir supporters to cease aggression, essentially declaring the time of ages has arrived. Tensions rise with warnings of potential all-out war between Gleipnir and the Crimson Queen. Baron allies with the Crimson Queen, bringing significant military and scientific resources to their side. The conflict threatens to force everyone to choose sides. A critical meeting reveals the Humanoid Origami is key to operating Odin and devouring the Ashlands. Werner suggests surrendering it to Gleipnir could prevent conflict, as it could replace thousands of ages as catalyst material. This revelation causes deep concern about the ethics and consequences. The situation reaches a crucial decision point, with characters having to choose their paths forward in this complex conflict. While some remain committed to their current course, others express doubt and sadness at the developments, especially regarding the implications for future conflict. A touching moment reveals feelings of sadness and a desire to connect. Despite studying hard and learning to read many words, there is still uncertainty about how to make others happy. The emotional vulnerability shows through with a simple request for comfort and human connection. Breaking news arrives about a major betrayal. Baron, who was meant to support the Crimson Queen, deliberately leaked secret information to Gleipnir, including details about hideouts and allies. The Crimson Queen members are making their last stand by causing ash storms in response to this betrayal. An urgent announcement is made, calling all Ashcrawler Chrysanthemum crew members to assemble in the lobby immediately. The tense atmosphere suggests major developments are unfolding. Devastating news breaks that Gleipnir has successfully destroyed the Crimson Queen. Using intel from Baron, they raided the main base and arrested surrendering forces. The captured members will be used for the Odin project instead of execution. Werner remains at large with a reward for his capture. The situation intensifies as Werner is located and confronted by security forces. Despite being the Governor General's son, orders are to capture him, using force if necessary. A tense standoff ensues as Werner refuses to surrender peacefully. The confrontation with Werner escalates dramatically as he begins to go berserk, triggering a massive ash storm. Security forces are forced to retreat as the situation spirals out of control, with the ash storm growing in intensity. News reaches the Governor General about Werner's capture, but the situation has become dire. Multiple ash storms are converging into an ash tempest that threatens to engulf Fenrir HQ. In response, orders are given to fully activate Odin despite it being incomplete. The focus shifts to Femm, who has disappeared during the chaos. Security footage reveals she learned about Humanoid Origami and Odin, realizing she could save others by offering herself as Odin's catalyst. The team rushes to prevent her sacrifice. Femm arrives at her destination, revealing her ability to speak and her wish to replace the scheduled ages for Odin. Despite knowing she will disappear, she chooses to protect her family. The authorities accept her offer to save countless lives. In an emotional farewell letter, Femm expresses her deep love for each family member, acknowledging their unique qualities and the impact they had on her life. Her touching words reveal the depth of her connection and growth with them. The story reaches its climax as Femm makes her ultimate sacrifice. She reflects on the valuable lessons learned from her family about patience, self-awareness, and trust. Her final wish is for another party together, as she uses her power to protect those she loves. A tense situation unfolds as the first wave of an ash tempest has been defeated, but a second wave approaches. The situation seems dire as communications indicate someone is in trouble. The initial victory against the first wave, typically the most challenging, provides a small glimmer of hope. The reserve Odin unit moves forward into action. Someone named Femm appears to be in a critical state but still hanging on. The situation grows more intense as concerns about Odin potentially losing control emerge, with ash levels reaching dangerous thresholds. The Odin unit faces a crisis as ash levels exceed manageable limits. Orders are given to use all available resources to contain the situation. Despite the danger, a group shows remarkable determination to press forward, motivated by their connection to Femm. A heartfelt plea is made to the Governor General to preserve their family bonds. The group remains resolute in their mission to rescue Femm, even planning a celebration for when they return home together. Their determination reflects strong family ties and optimism. A dramatic shift occurs as someone experiences a profound connection to everyone and everything in the world through Engage. This phenomenon begins spreading throughout the Ashlands, causing unexpected changes in ash levels. The scene transforms into something beautiful, marked by soft, gentle light. The event brings about positive change, suggesting success in their mission. The moment is filled with emotional significance as their efforts bear fruit. A touching family reunion occurs, complete with heartwarming expressions of love and joy. The scene captures the essence of familial bonds and the reward of perseverance through difficult times. The operation concludes successfully, marking the end of the Crimson Queen conflict. A miracle occurs when consciousness connects all living beings in the area, humans, god-eaters, ages, Arigami, and even the Ashlands themselves. The scientific community struggles to explain the phenomenon, but its impact is clear. The ash blight neutralizes, and society begins to reconsider its relationship with life itself. Conditions improve for ages, and the controversial Odin operation is discontinued. The story concludes with a reflection on how these events changed the course of history. The Ashlands, once viewed as a source of despair, transform into a symbol of hope. The future looks promising as new possibilities emerge from their groundbreaking achievements.